Hey everyone, how's it going? So if you remember a couple days ago, I picked up some books. I've read them all, but I'm only going to be talking about two of them today because the other two are back issues. So I'm only going to be talking about two books today, but it's still going to be a long one because the two that I'm going to be talking about are Doctor Strange issue 390, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, if you've read this, then you should know that I've got a lot to talk about this. With this. Let's start off. This is the last issue that Donny Cates is doing on Doctor Strange, which I know it's sad. I know Donny Cates was great, but but the one at least we've got Venom and everything else that they're putting Donny Cates on. And, you know, the Cosmic Ghost Rider fans, you got Cosmic Ghost Rider. I didn't read Thanos, so I'm not going to be reading that. But I am picking up Venom, and the first issue was brilliant. This, however, not so much. Come on, Donny Cates, it's your last issue. Where you going, man? My one problem with this is, it's called Doctor Strange issue 390. It's a send-off to Doctor Strange, send-off to Donny Cates on Doctor Strange. And there's just a whole load of Spider-Man. Not saying that I don't like Spider-Man. I do. He's one of my favourite superheroes. But it's Doctor Strange. Come on, man. Come on. It was so good. You were doing so well. And then this is how you finish it. The art, for the most part, looks good. Like the opening things, it's a very like painterly style. I would almost compare it to like someone like Gabriel Dell'Otto in that regard. And then it's like everything looks good. Like Doctor Strange, like his face looks alright. The dog looks alright. But it's everything else. Like, Peter Parker, let's have a look at this. Psycho. Still a psycho. Confused. Half his face has been chopped off. Herp-a-derp. Yeah, it's very bad. And then it goes to this cartoon with Spider-Man talking to an actual spider, and it's so and we've got this one panel where the artist has put in the lines on Spider-Man's suit for the rest of it. Why did he miss out that panel? What's going on? But yeah, the thing is, those are my two complaints. The rest of the book is alright. The end especially is quite good. Like, we have this conversation between Doctor Strange and his supposed love interest, and she has a very intelligent way of like writing her out of it. It's like, I do miss a lot of the stuff, and I did enjoy a lot of it, but I'm not really mentally ready yet to go on all of these crazy adventures with you at the moment. I'm still messed up from the last time, what made me leave. And then, yeah, we do have this touching scene between Spider-Man and Doctor Strange about, like, how they both gave up for a while. Of course, because Chip Zdarsky was part of the writer, he had to, it was like half writing this. Like, I think he only had hand in the weird, like that weird thing. I don't know why that's a thing either, but yeah, I think he only had a part of this, which is why that's just in there for a joke. It's not really a serious thing. But yeah, I was really disappointed with this. Really wanted to like it, but it's just there's so many idiotic choices in this. It just wasn't great, which is a shame. Such a shame. But another writer that we're saying goodbye to, and is actually saying goodbye in quite a good fashion. Dan Slott on Amazing Spider-Man. This is his penultimate issue, and it really shows. It's so good. And it's got to be its issue 800. I mean, what do they do in issue 700? They switched the brain of Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus, and in this, it's like a mini Spider event. This whole Go Down Swinging arc has been like a mini Spider event, but with everyone, but like kept to the one book, and that's exactly what you need to do. You can have a big story arc, keep it in the book in the main title, but bring in other characters and have them cross over in the title. Don't just say, "Oh, Johnny Storm's in the book." Have him have this story arc go into the Marvel 2-in-1. And Silk's in the book. Have it tie in with Silk, and Venom's in the book. Have it tie in with Venom. No. But yeah, we have. First off, there's like 4 artists on this book, which is impressive, and none of them are bad. All of them are very good. So we start off with Edgar Delgado. No, we start off with Nick Bradshaw on art, and it's very like very cartoony, but it works. But it's a bit too bright and colourful for the arc that they're trying to go on. And then we have Humberto Ramos, who I wouldn't have minded him being on the whole book, because they do end up with some lesser tier talent, but just look at pages like that. It's amazing. But yeah, like I said, everyone's involved. So we have the main Spider family, which is becoming as big as the Bat family from DC. We have, of course, the Green Goblin's the main villain. He's wearing the Carnage symbiote. Venom gets involved for a short while. Even Dr. Octopus gets involved. He's wearing his Hydra uniform. And we get a good little teaser with what's going on with him later. Everyone gets their badass moment, but it does feel like Spider-Man is just left in the back burner. But he does get this symbiote back in this, and it's not like the black suit where it's like the leather one or the latex one. This is the actual symbiote. Eddie Brock's like, "Hey, you're not gonna beat him on your own. Take my symbiote. We'll give you the edge." And so the rest of it is basically just a big fight even J. Jonah Jameson gets his badass moment when he comes in on this mech, this Spider Slayer mech, and everyone is involved, and it's such a, like, it feels so big and so special. And this is what I mean by it ends up with quite an average artist. Like, it doesn't feel like, the way it ends doesn't feel great because of the art. It's, again, it's a very it's a very good ending, but the art just kind of drags it down a little bit. Not too much, because it's still good art. It's just that's the problem you get with having multiple artists on a book. It's gonna feel weird. There is a character death. It's major and it's minor at the same time. But yeah, and the way that the Goblin gets beat is really creative, because Spider-Man basically says, if you win, if you kill me, it won't be your victory. It will be Carnage who killed me. It will be Cletus Cassidy. And then they both take off their symbiotes, ready for a final smackdown. And just as it looks like the Carnage, the Green Goblin gets on top, Spider-Man gets the upper hand and beats him. And then J. Jonah Jameson walks up with a gun, about to shoot Norman in the face. And then Peter jumps in front of him. And by the end it does look like Norman Osborn is just a snivelling wreck. And he thinks that Spider-Man is Norman Osborn, and he thinks that he's Cletus Cassidy, which is cool. The only bit that I didn't like is they do have this funeral, and I like everything about it apart from the art. I think the art looks a bit too, like, retro, a bit too cartoony for my liking. It doesn't really fit, but that page is where we leave it off, and it's great. And apparently Marcus Martin, the artist on the last few pages of this, is supposed to be the artist for the next issue. I'm not saying that that's going to be a bad thing. I'm still looking forward to the next issue, but it does look a bit choppy. That art doesn't look great. Apparently they're saying he's one of the best talents that they have. But yeah, Dan Slott's done. He's almost done, but he's practically done on Spider-Man. He's moving on to Iron Man, and he's on to Iron Man and Fantastic Four. Keeps up the quality of this, those are gonna blow me away. And there is a little after credit sequence where they have all of the letters page and everything, and then we see they're bringing back the Superior Spider-Man, which I am so excited for, because I loved Superior Spider-Man the first time around, and I really cannot wait for them to do some more stuff with that idea. Some more stuff turning Dr. Octopus into a more heroic character, because he's definitely on that way. So yeah, I loved this. Even if I did have more books, this probably would have been my pick of the week anyway. But since I only had this to compare it to, this definitely is a surefire win. It was £10, but when you think about it, this is the regular size of an issue is 24 pages, and this is 80. So if you do the maths, this is still worth it, but still you can get £10 for something that's you can get a graphic novel for £10. So I'm not sure if this is all that worth it or not, but you know, mathematically it's worth it. Logically, I don't know. But, I mean, the quality of the book it speaks for itself, and the amount of effort that went into it, like having all the separate artists, having it be one whole story as well. Because mostly for like issue like 100 issues, they usually have like multiple stories, but this is like one whole story throughout, and that's really good. Yeah, those are all the books I had to review this week. Next week will probably be a lot. Next week will definitely be a lot better. At least I hope, because I think there's another Venom issue coming out, which I'm so excited for. I love the first issue of that. I think there's another Adamantium Agenda I'm definitely looking forward to that. Either Adamantium Agenda or Weapon Lost. I think it's Weapon Lost, because that was the first one to come out last month. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to next week. It's going to be a really good week. I'm looking forward to getting caught up on Daredevil as well. Yeah. I will see you guys on Thursday. If not Thursday, then Friday, but it will probably be Thursday. I've been very good at keeping to that schedule. And then I will see you guys on Sunday, maybe Saturday, for a comic book review video. Until then, peace. Oh yeah, like, subscribe, share, all that lovely stuff. Put that in the link of this. I'll put that in the description. No links in my description. I'll put that in the description, as I do with every other video. Like, subscribe, share, peace. That's the end of the video. And I look really pale.